Hello, and thank you for everybody who has liked my page and who can see this video. Just gonna move that over a little bit so it can be in view. I also have a nice little altar set up for us right here on the table. Let's see. Oops. Okay, so I created like a little divine feminine altar here. Okay, just so that we could you could absorb the energy that I'm feeling right now. Okay, I have my little my goddess love jar that I made over the new moon. Okay, I got my little twin flame mojo bag. I have some. This is my newest crystal right here. It's a rose quartz. Okay, I really needed some of that the other day. I was like, where's my rose quartz at? As well as Frank, my clear quartz crystal. I've had him for a while. I don't know why I feel like that's masculine energy. This is new too. This is my Celestine bar, and so apparently it's for clearing. And I really feel that energy, like when I clear it over my crystals and whatever I'm working with. I really feel like that clearing energy. I got lawnmowers right here. And I even busted out the big guns, y'all, okay? I busted out the magic wand, alright? So I got that here laying on my cloth. So that y'all could get this power and energy, okay? We got the money jar. We got to shake it. Alright, Divine Feminines. It's time for us to rise up into our power. I actually thought I was going to do this on YouTube, but apparently I don't have live rights or whatever. The golden $100. Alright? And I like having my, sorry, I got a text message. Okay. So I got my, my golden dollar here, my golden 100. And like, it's not even just about dollars, okay? Like, what I like about my golden 100 is that, to me, it almost feels like cryptocurrency, just any type of just material goods, just material manifestation, So it's not just, oh, it's all about the money. It's about having what it is that you desire and the means to get whatever it is that you want, okay? I really hope the lawn folks aren't too loud on the video. Okay. So, we're actually going to start with oracle cards, okay? And something about this message today. Oh, I want to point out before I even start. This is our healing candle, okay? It's green and it's dressed and it's for healing the heart chakra, okay? So, take all that energy in, my friends, my ladies, okay? And we all have, male or female, we all have feminine and masculine energy within, okay? And we are all divine, especially if you're stopping to watch this. You definitely have that divinity. So, we're going to start with oracle cards. And I'm going to start with the Isis Oracle. Yesterday I did a reading. It's been a while since I have been going live and reading because, just my own energy. Like, did you guys feel that in January with just all the different shifts that we went through? And I'm sure that you guys had all kinds of energetic obstacles that you had to conquer. And so it just kind of made me be quiet because even though I thought about reading and I had just made this page literally the day before my towers started hitting. And it was hard for me to post because I just wasn't right. How am I going to pull cards if I'm not in a high vibration? So I just had to manage my own energy for a minute. And I think that it's really important for anybody doing spiritual work to take care of yourself first, okay? So sometimes you just kind of have to wait, okay, and fix yourself for a minute. Okay, so anyways, about these Isis Oracle cards, this is what the book looks like. It's by Alana Fairchild. And this is like super intense, okay? It's like almost like an initiation guide. So I really, really like it. I'm super glad. Like when I went to the crystal shop and I saw it, it was like one of those things that I just had to get, It's like I can't leave without this. But I literally tried to avoid using it yesterday when I went live, and I used my Goddess Oracle deck, and guess what came out? Isis. So I was like, okay, let me stop playing games with Isis and open up her deck. So we're going to start with her. I'm going to start with Oracle cards, and then we're going to use the Tarot to kind of get some understanding of what to do, like what actions to take, and then maybe some healing that we need to do and see exactly what we're aligned with. One thing I also want to say about my readings is that, you know, whether it's, first of all, it's timeless, and then also whether it is, you feel like you've experienced this or not, it's all about alignment. You choose what you experience, okay? So if you like what you hear, then you decide that message is for you. You don't have to say, you don't have to be in an insecurity of, oh, if God would have me. No, that's not how it works, okay? It is, this is what I desire, okay? And I have all the power, and I choose it. Okay? So, Goddess Isis, what do you have for the Divine Feminine today? A message for the Divine Feminine. A message for the Divine Feminine. I'm not home alone either, so it's okay. Somebody might come talk to me. Soul retrieval. Deep soul healing with the goddess. Okay. So that definitely resonates for what is going on with the Divine Feminine right now. Okay. Really going into self and understanding self and pulling out like your true, becoming your true self. This was actually really consistent with the reading that I did yesterday and with what I've been listening to on my, I like to listen to different tarot readers and things like that. And so it's all definitely what's really going on right now. I actually want to read this from the book. These are really long, so we're not going to read all of it. But we're just going to see, like, what is the gist? So it's like, also before I even start reading, I want to point out, like, she's got the sun in her hands. You know how a lot of times we have the world in our hands? And I would say that's more like masculine energy. But for the feminine, it's like we are more connected to the ethereal realm. And so it makes perfect sense that we would have, we hold the power of the sun, okay? And also, like, we are stars. And her nails are done. So it's like taking good care of yourself is a sign of your divinity. We believe your data shouldn't be for sale and can help you take back control of your personal information with our private search engine, as well as an app and browser extension that blocks. What page did it say? Getting the privacy you deserve online should be as simple as closing the blinds. Join us to set a new standard for self-online. Oh, 157. Hold on, I gotta go turn this commercial off because I have a mix playing on YouTube. Okay, so soul retrieval, deep soul healing with the goddess, okay? Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power, as well as the opening of gifts and soul abilities you did not know you had. Did you know that the pieces of you can be trapped in the past, in traumatic experiences, and in relationships, even those long since gone, because part of your power remains with another? This can happen because of permission subconsciously given for them to hold a piece of your spirit. Then the time comes for such permissions to be revoked. and the pieces of self to be reclaimed and restored to the soul. Okay, you guys, so this is very, like, exactly what's happening in the collective right now, because, you know, the divine feminine is rising up. We are here to dismantle the patriarchy, okay? Sorry to my male, sorry, not sorry to my male, followers, but balance must be restored, okay? And the only that we are going to heal it. We're not here to take over. We are here to heal the imbalance, okay? And it starts one by one, okay? So the raising of the vibration of the planet is each individual rising up into power, okay? It says, Master Healer and Goddess of Deep Soul Restoration, the Lady Isis now guides you to make peace with the past and reclaim the lost pieces of your own soul. The time has come for you to take yourself entirely into your own possession, to call back your soul from trauma in this lifetime and others, to give yourself back to yourself wholly and completely. In doing so, your life will flourish, infused with great energy into beautiful new expression. So a lot of times we allow people to determine our worth, and what we are being asked to do is we are the determination of our worth. And if we are feeling lack or low, or, you know, low self-esteem in a certain area, it's up to us to rebuild ourselves and to reclaim that power. It is not determined by anyone else, okay? No matter what power they may have held over us in the past, they no longer hold that power. Okay, we're going to get a message from, dang it, once. Be graceful in movement and action. So this is also, even though this is a man on the picture, ooh, and we got the mantis right there too, okay? So it's, is this a man? You know, first glance, I think it is masculine, but he almost kind of looks feminine, like his eyebrows are arched. Okay? But anyways, gracefulness, ladies, okay? Allow yourself to be free-flowing, okay? Tap into your feminine energy, okay? And just allow yourself to be beautiful and graceful as you rise up in your own power. Oracle, wait for important information. Okay, so the divine is going to definitely be empowering you. Your intuition is your connection to the divine. Okay, there's no separation between us and the divine. We're all one. There's really no separation between people, and that's why we're able to listen to collective readings, because we all are basically going through the same thing. It might not look exactly the same in the 3D physical, okay, but the energy is the same. Okay, so there are going to be messages coming up for us, and to listen. When your higher self is talking to you, that's your message. That's your truth. I just want one more. Message for the Divine Feminine. Okay, that one wanted to flip, and I'm like, no, come on. Winter. Take care of your needs, okay? This is the time, and it's winter right now too still. So this is the time for you to take care of yourself. It's not about focusing on others and building them up and healing others that need help, you know, particularly men. It's not about for us to go and save them where they're at. They have their own things they have to go to. The masculine energy is going to be hitting a lot of towers so that we can restore balance, because right now it's just completely unbalanced, and they're abusive. They're abusing their power. Okay, they've been abusing their power for centuries, but it's done with that, and so we can't go save them. Don't use your energy to go save them. Use your energy to build yourself up, so that when they do return from the war that they're fighting with themselves, that you will be full enough to be able to share your healing power and teach them how to move in their feminine energy and how to access it. So you need to build up your own powers so that you can share your gifts with others, okay? It's really important for all the feminines to develop their power. We're not all exactly the same. We all have different purposes, but we are all very much connected to the ethereal realm, and there are messages there for us to deliver down here to the earth. No, they're telling me this. Okay, so we're going to just pull a Goddess Power Oracle Don't be trying to flip out too fast, okay? I want to shuffle. Okay. Message for the Divine Feminine. I have a feeling this is all going to say the same thing over and over again, but it's why we pull different cards, so that just different understanding. We're all at different places. Okay, a message for the Divine Feminine. Illusions. The card is number 34. 7, Goddess Maya. Okay, so breaking through the illusion that we are, we are spiritual people in having a physical experience. Humor, laugh. That's the best way, easiest way to raise your vibration is humor. We may have been through a lot of trauma in our lives, but we can laugh about it now because we are about to reclaim all of our power. Healing. Okay? We're healing ourselves. We got Valentine's Day coming up, and I know for some people that presents some anxiety, but honestly, be your own Valentine. Okay? That's what my plans are. It's just to, I want to wear me some red and be dressed up. I might go out. I might treat myself to something to eat. You know what I mean? Just take care of self. We are self-sufficient. We actually don't need anybody to do anything for us. Okay? And that's what we need to show the masculine also, is that we don't have to accept your abusive behaviors. And that comes in all different forms. And I think the biggest form is mental tactics that they try to use and say things or hold back emotions so that we can feel insecure about where we stand. But the truth is that we are the prize. And we need to restore that. Okay, so let's see. We're going to get this from the Numinous Astro deck. And so this is going to be some energies that we can take on to create this. Okay, so what we're going to be focusing on, and I'm feeling like this is the message for February, overall, or at least until we accomplish, but you can never really accomplish. You never stop learning. You never stop healing. You never stop growing spiritually. But as we move through this healing energy and gain our spiritual powers, okay, gaining our spiritual powers. Focus on one message at a time. Gaining our spiritual powers. Gaining our spiritual powers. Scorpio. This is going to transform us. Okay? This is going to transform us. Also, we have to do our shadow work. We have to get past the things that we are afraid of or we're hurt from, okay, and allow ourselves to blossom. And also embrace our shadows, too. It's not even about pretending like we're always happy. No, it's about being able to meet yourself in a bad space and then, give your own self a hug and pull your own self up. I'm going to have to turn this commercial off again. Okay, that one really wanted to come out because a bunch of cards fell, but that was the only one that was flipped up towards me. Okay, gaining our spiritual powers. Assets. Material world, possessions, finance, talent, values, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries. So, what they're saying is basically making it real. Okay, so as you learn new things in the ethereal, then you manifest that right down on here. If you decide, I'm going to be a forest witch, okay? So then you start getting a bunch of plants, or you start working with your herbs, do something in the physical reality related to what you're learning about your gifts, okay? If you need some more crystals, get those, and feel good about it. Know that they're your tools, they're not just rocks. That's what my ex-husband used to call them. So, intimacy, okay? So, invest in yourself, okay? And really like invest in it, okay? And become intimate with your higher powers, okay? And talk to them, meditate, okay? This is also the number 8, which is the number of abundance, okay? Also sexually too, that, you know, that's also part of your goddess power, okay? Is your sexual liberation and not being ashamed or afraid, or, you know, you want to be able to express yourself, because that is when you become free and flowy, when you're not holding back, okay? Okay, so now we're going to ask about healing. Taurus. My sun is in Taurus, okay? So we're healing, right? So be productive, okay? Be intentional about your healing, okay? Nurture yourself. Allow yourself to bloom. It's very similar to getting your gifts. Like, as you get your gifts, manifest that type of lifestyle, right? And take really good care of yourself. Take really good care of yourself, you know. Treat yourself like a princess and a queen, you know. We are both, okay? Sometimes I call myself a princess. Sometimes I call myself a queen. Sometimes I'm a goddess. Sometimes, I was about to get lower on the vibe. Say hi. But we are all things at any given time, okay? It's just about an energy that you're carrying. And so as you are doing your healing work, take really good care of yourself. Do things that are pleasurable. Remember your inner child, okay? And nurture your inner child, nurture your inner teenager, your inner mom, your inner wife. Dreams, okay? Imagine and create. Okay? So stop being a victim to your circumstance and realize that you actually are attracting everything in your life that you are receiving. So if you don't like that, then you align with something different. And the way that you align it is by knowing it, thinking it, being it, speaking it, doing it. I can't think of all the chakras right now. Not just dreaming about it, imagining it. But I think the biggest things are speaking. Those are often the blocks. It's speaking on what you believe, okay? And speaking on what you believe and doing what you believe. Those are often like the biggest blocks. A lot of times we know what we want for ourselves and we know what we believe in, but we'll say the opposite, you know, and then we'll do nothing a lot of times. Okay, one last card about healing. Healing. Radical. Okay? So start. Be fierce. Be crazy about it. It's your mission. Be bossy. Don't listen to what other people have to say in regards to it. We're not all on the same page. Okay? So you need to be with people who are on your page. You need to find new friends. Don't share your gifts with those who can't understand them. Okay? Or who are going to question them and make you doubt yourself. Don't talk to them, okay? Or at least don't talk about that, you know, with them. But this is a very masculine energy, so that's very, like, much action-taking, okay? And being sure of yourself. Okay, we're going to move on to the tarot. The tarot. I can actually go back. There's probably... I might want to pull up that Isis card again at the end, even though we're getting all these messages. We're going to start with healing. What are we currently aligned with? What are we actually healing from as a collective? And we're going to use my mystical deck here. What are we healing from as a collective? Three of Pentacles, contracts, okay? Contracts and partnerships, relationships that were bad. Nine of Swords. Oh, mental anguish. feeling the Ace of Pentacles. And since this is in a healing position, I'm thinking this is not creating, not starting your new beginning. You know, we need to heal from the contracts, okay, and the relationships, whether they're with your parents or with your with the male counterparts, or you know, whatever type of sexual relationships, and we need to just conquer those demons. And I think like the biggest thing, especially as adult women, is that you have to realize that you're responsible for your own emotions, no matter what anybody does to you. And so if you allowed yourself to stay in a abusive or negative place, then you kind of have to forgive yourself as well, you know. Let go of the pain by forgiving yourself, knowing that, you know what, I'm growing from that, and move forward. But pretending like it's everybody else's fault is not going to work. And then Nine of Swords is that anxiety. Stop being so afraid of who you are. And the reason why you're so anxious is because you're not being who you are. Because you're not in alignment with your divine life purpose. And right now, Spirit is pushing all of us to get in alignment. So if you're still like at a job that doesn't work for you, or just in a place that's not in alignment with your true self, then it's going to cause you a lot of anxiety till you make a move, because they want us to have this new beginning and they want us to create something new. Okay, this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the beginning of your new thing. Okay? They're telling me to pull one more, because they want me to do 4s instead of 3s. But that's too many. That was 2. They want me to do 4s instead of 3s, and I keep doing 3s. Okay. Page of Cups. Okay, so this is like... So the page is like an apprentice. So it's like you're learning. Okay, learn some new ways about managing your emotions. That's what I just said. So learn some new ways about managing your emotions and how you express yourself to other people. Come from a higher position. And so you may not be, this may be new for you, okay, but learn to play that new tune. Like dude is playing on this, his flute. Learn to play that new tune of how you deal with people and situations. A lot of times you don't need to explain yourself to people. They already know. Okay, they know to treat you better, but they choose not to. So you know what you have to do? Create distance. Okay? Stop accepting what you don't deserve. Okay? And so it's a new thing, right? It's not something that we're used to doing, but it's something that we need to do. So you may fall back. You know, you may send 3 messages and then where you would have sent 10 or whatever. But basically learn to fall back and to give your energy to those who deserve it. I want to pull these, but they're like, what about us over here? Okay, so these are going to be some herbal remedies. Hops. That immediately reminds me of beer, okay? 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is like a gift. Okay, so gift yourself. Give to yourself, okay? Be merry with yourself. If you can have a drink by yourself, okay? You can do you don't have to be so codependent on someone else's energy to enjoy. So that's what that's saying to me, is enjoy. Like, I don't drink beer necessarily. I would definitely be more on the wine side, but I don't really like alcohol. I like smoke, okay? But you know, give to yourself. That's what that's saying to me, and that's also coming to me for Valentine's Day too. It's like, give yourself a Valentine's gift. Get yourself some bra and panties for you. Okay? Be sexy for you. Work out for you. Eat well for you. Gift yourself. Two came out. Put them back. You're not taking 2s. I'm pulling 4 cards. What? What did I do? Oh no, I did something wrong. like, if they want to come out, they'll flip out again. St. John's Wort, King of Swords. Okay, so the King of Swords is very serious king. This is the king of action, the king of thought. So being a king of your emotions, like we just said. So like, but bringing it into the masculine energy of, where's the book? Here it goes. You gotta have the book for the Herbal Tarot because it has so much good information about the different herbs, and I want to just see what is the St. John's Wort about. So yeah, being a master of your emotions and your mind. You know, nobody can make you crazy, okay? If somebody's making you crazy, you get away from them. They're disturbing your energy, you put distance until you guys can come to a better agreement. Okay. So the St. John's Wort herb, vulnerary, nervine, astringent, expectorant, calmative, used for nerve energies. Okay, so when someone's getting on your nerves. Okay. Insomnia. Okay, so it helps with sleep, bedwetting, stomach ache, colic, and uterine cramps. Okay, so now obviously ask your doctor before you use these herbs, okay, or do your own research, okay, before you be mixing stuff together to make concoctions. But this would be a very good clearing herb to make. I feel like it would be good for you. It's going to clear out mucus and it's going to calm your nerves down. I think that's similar to hops. I didn't read about hops, but I think making you feel more relaxed and clear. So that will help you clear out energy so that you can be, when you make your decision, you're not clouded by, others' thoughts. You can hear yourself and the voice of your angels and ancestors. Okay. Strength. Cayenne. Okay, so we know about cayenne. That's a pepper. That's strong pepper. Okay, and there's some couple of concoctions for like weight loss and stuff. To help you break down things because you need that strength to break these barriers. And the biggest thing that you're going to be overcoming is yourself. Four of Swords is about meditation and it's giving this the mullen. What does the mullen do? Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is going to a meditative state, so it's okay if you need to like just be with yourself. Take that time for yourself, you really should. So it's an expectorant also, in alignment with the other, with the King of Swords. A demolescent, anti-inflammatory, anti-spasmodic, used for all upper respiratory complaints, relieves mucus, congestion, and topically relieves pain. Okay, so this would be a good herb, another good herb to choose for clearing out mucus, and also I really feeling like it's going to clear out the brain because it's the swords energy. To clear out the brain, open up that pineal gland so that you, like I was just saying, so you can hear the voice of your higher self, okay? Okay, so this is more like an urban type deck, and so this is going to be more like what to do with people. Like this is how to take care of yourself, and energy to carry, healing work you need to do. This one's going to be more like what to do with your relationships, whether they're romantic or not, romantic, family, or platonic. For February, how the divine feminine needs to move with people in February. How to deal with people as we go through this process. How to deal with people as we go through this process. How to deal with people as we go through this process. There you go. How to deal with people. How, oh, there we go. Ace of Cups. So this flipped out in the reverse. Okay. So depending on where you're at in your journey, it may be saying is kind of put a halt on new, like get out of your feelings a little bit. Like don't just fall, you know. Don't just fall, you know, and it's probably not a good time to start, okay? It's probably not a good time to start falling in love with anybody or starting a new relationship or, you know, expressing all your feelings because you're going to be shifting, you know, and you're healing. So you don't necessarily need to talk to everybody, you know, get your tribe together, get the people that you can trust, but you know, it's not really the time to start with someone new because we're healing and we're growing. So we might switch up and change on them, you know, or we might be in a period where we're purging and they get something that, a part of us that, you know, they don't really deserve or whatever. This is also upside down, Knight of Swords. And so we're saying how to deal with people was what I was concentrating on. So, and this was also upside down. It's like, kind of like, don't deal with people. This is a self process. Okay. How to deal with people. Also upside down. So, Four of Coins is like holding on. And since this is upside down, to me, this is saying, let stuff go. You know, whatever's not serving you, people who are not meeting your standard, you know, this is not the time to go healing them and fixing them and meeting them where they're at. You need to really focus on yourself. Is the whole deck upside down? King of Swords. So in regards to dealing with people, see now up here we were talking about healing ourselves and different herbs that we could use to make ourselves feel better, and we got King of Swords, so it's like clear out your mind so that you can hear and take action on what you truly believe, right? And your new thought patterns. But in regards to dealing with people, don't take action. King of Swords can be kind of a mean guy. It's masculine. You could, you know, could be real, you know, arrogant type. So I'm not thinking that it's so much be arrogant with other people, but if it's somebody who won't leave your space, then you definitely might need to give them the sword, okay? Not literally. And, but yeah, so be your own Valentine, because dealing with other people and getting involved with relationships is really not a good time for the divine feminine who is rising into her power right now, because she has to do this on her own. She can't depend on other people to pump her up, other than those who are on her tribe and who really understand what she's going through. You know, this is not a time for other people to pump you up or, you know, be codependent on that is what I mean. You can still accept compliments. But it's a time for you to rely on yourself, trust yourself, know yourself, outside of the dynamics of your relationships. It's what you're going through right now, what we are going through right now has nothing to do with anybody else. So that's kind of why I had to be quiet, so that I could really sort out the energy, because I kept having too much energy come at me, and it just wasn't healthy. Well, it was healthy, it was necessary, but I couldn't be on here reading cards for others when I'm so engrossed in my own, you know, but now I'm coming back into my power and ready to heal. I am ready to heal. Before I was more like, what should I do? I'm drowning in January. And now I know that I'm ready to heal myself and that this is something that I need to definitely do on my own. So yeah, before I leave, I actually want to go back to our initial card with the soul retrieval because there's so much to be read in this book. And since this definitely was the theme of the entire reading, I think that it's important that we get the full message. Isis calls the soul back into wholeness again. Her passion, determination, and unfailing love for her beloved Osiris restored him from a dismembered, distorted, and fractured self into a whole divine masculine being once more. Lord help. The Oracle of Soul Retrieval guides you to forgive and reclaim your own power and energy in totality now, even if the trapped energy is so unconscious that you do not even know that you are missing part of yourself. Searching for any inner places that feel incomplete or draining is a way to commence the process of soul retrieval. Forgiveness can be a good place to begin the work more consciously. This is hard spiritual work sometimes because we can want to be right or justified in what we feel or perceive, and we don't want to be harmed again by allowing inappropriate behavior. In the action of forgiveness, you are simply reclaiming your energy from the situation, person, or experience so that it is at your disposal instead of being trapped in their energy field. What is most likely to occur is that the person, place, or situation will simply fall away from your life and be released. You will not be opening yourself up to attack. You will be wiser and stronger for your forgiveness and the ability that forgiveness gives you to reclaim your spirit. You will have more energy, and with no further effort, you will actually move on, not just in mind or body, but in spirit. So what I want to say about that is that forgiveness and reclaiming that energy. So okay, now it came back. So sometimes in relationships, no matter what type, it's always love. Love is the only thing that's actually real. And we will get hurt in love. Love makes us very vulnerable. Grief is often the result of love, okay? And so we will want to protect ourselves from that grief. But when we forgive ourselves and those who hurt us, we now have that energy available again so that we're not afraid to give ourselves, you know what I mean? Like in that way again. We're not putting walls up. You know, one thing that every time I get hurt by something, I always think, like, do I need to be a meaner type person? Do I need to be, like, more standoffish? Because I wear my heart on my sleeve, okay? Like, if I love you, I'm going to love you, and that's just it, okay? And I'm going to express all my feelings, and you know, unless, of course, I'm feeling insecure, right? And so we don't, when we forgive those who have hurt us, we are now allowing ourselves to be open to receive love and experience love again. Okay, because that energy is available again. Okay, this oracle also indicates that you have healing ability, that you are capable of channeling soul energy to help others forgive and reclaim their spirit too. The more you base your work in unconditional love, which is the true nature of the soul, the more powerful your work will become for yourself and for others in service. Your healing gift is quite deep, and if you are interested in working in a healing capacity with others or wondering if this is the right calling for you, then this card serves as a confirmation for you. The Oracle of Soul Retrieval also brings a special message for healers. Sometimes in your deep work with others, your desire to be of service can drain you if you are not carefully cleansing your energy field. If you have pulled this card together with the Pyramid of Light or the Pillar of Light cards, then you are encouraged to do swift and thorough psychic and spiritual cleansing each evening and morning for the next several weeks until you feel more of yourself again. You will notice the thoughts and feelings of others becoming less intrusive. This is unconditionally loving. Your clients will gain more strength in learning to feed their own energy field rather than feeding off yours. Oh my God. And you will gain more strength in this process too. It can be hard work to change patterns of professional and energetic dependency, but it is worth the effort so that you do not become drained and unable to continue your path as a healer. This guidance applies equally to those that are not formal healers, but tend to attract those seeking guidance and support informally into their lives. So yes, protecting your energy. This is a time to pull back. You most likely are a person who people seek advice from, okay? And this is just not the time to continually give. You have to be able to fill yourself up. I have a child coming towards me. Okay, you need something?
When are you going to be done?
In about 5 minutes. Okay. So soul retrieving healing with Lady Isis. Okay, so this is the alignment message, and then we're going to end this. Create a sacred, peaceful space where you will not be disturbed. Close your eyes and allow for relaxation and focus your awareness within your heart. Imagine that you can travel within, going deeper and deeper into your heart until you notice that within your heart there is a vast open space, and within that space is a golden grid of light. Say, I call upon the master healers that love me unconditionally, including Isis, that loves me unconditionally, to help me restore my soul now, to call my power back and experience greater wholeness. So be it. Become aware of a magnificent golden winged goddess shining love and peace upon you within your own heart now. Allow her to guide you deep into the golden grid of light. You notice that the grid is vibrant, alive, and filled with love. Occasionally, you notice that a line of the grid is torn or broken or distorted out of alignment with the rest of the grid. Some lines of the grid seem to be pulled out completely, leaking golden energy rather than feeding it back and circulating the light through the grid system. Golden Winged Isis is with you now, and she sings with a beautiful voice of sound and light, sending tones of healing into the grid, causing the tears to heal, the pieces missing to be restored, and the thread out of alignment to come back into the perfect harmony. Reattaching the grid of golden light until it is perfect, alive, throbbing with life force and love. It feels whole, strong, and right for the grid to be this way. Stay in your heart with thanks for this healing, feeling peace and love within you as you say, I now forgive any and all unfinished business which would prevent me from being in perfect soul alignment and experiencing great joy, love, and power within, through my own free will, with the healing grace of Lady Isis. So be it. When you are ready, just open your eyes. Okay, so that was a meditation that you can do to visualize where things may be missing from you, and how you can visualize healing it and calling healing to those areas that you may not even be fully conscious of. Okay, so all this healing work can be done right there where you are and alone, without contacting any other person. You can just go within and start the healing process. And to fully align with it, once you have forgiven or done this healing work, okay, once you visualize it, and that's, since you're visualizing, it's going to be in your crown chakra, okay? Well, actually, the crown chakra is like where the magic is at. Here is where you're visualizing, right? So then you're going to speak that you're healed. Then you're going to feel healed in your heart. Then you're going to do things that are more in alignment with your healing, right? You could, like, draw a picture, or you could just act as if you're not in pain, you know what I mean? And, so it's feel, then do, and then your root chakra, then it's like, I am healed, okay? Okay, this is a prayer, and then we're ending. Can you turn that down just a little bit? It's just a little bit too loud. Okay, the incantation to the goddess of deep soul healing. This prayer can be said as an incantation at any time you feel you need healing, help in forgiving and calling your soul back to yourself, or when you sense that something within you is holding you back from greater happiness, but you are not sure what it is. It can be added to the beginning of the ritual above or said on its own as a prayer of healing and soul retrieval. So here are the words. Isis, with love unconditional and strong, help me rise above right and wrong, to forgive, release, and make myself whole, to retrieve lost pieces of my soul, restore the inner light grid of gold, free me from trauma, new and old. Isis, with love unconditional and strong, help me be whole now and finally move on. That was very powerful, and I hope that it resonated with you. Thank you very much for watching.